From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Hourly News Blast. In the first of two stories, a lost boy wandering a monorail line high above the crowd at Hersheypark was rescued by a park visitor who climbed onto a building and jumped onto the rails. The child was reported missing at about 5:05 p.m. this past Saturday after he became separated from his parents, according to a news release from the chocolate-themed amusement park in Pennsylvania. While park employees were searching for him, the boy entered a secured area leading to the monorail ride. It was closed and safeguarded by a chain closure at the entrance and barricaded turnstile at the platform, according to the park. The boy was in the closed station for about 20 minutes before he wandered onto the tracks. A video posted to social media shows the boy walking around the tracks as people in the crowd below start waving their arms and yelling directions at him, including stop and keep going. At that point, he covers his ears and begins to walk back the way he came, changes directions again, and then stops. One man climbs onto a nearby building and pulls himself onto the tracks, scooping up the boy to cheers from below. The rescue took place at about 5:28 p.m., according to the park. The child was unharmed and was safely reunited with his family. We are grateful for the vigilance of our guests and the swift response of our team, and we remain committed to maintaining the highest levels of guest safety throughout Hersheypark, the release reads. And we have this news from the Netherlands. A split second of flight, then a landing on the sand or a splashdown in a canal. That's the thrill of the Dutch sport fierljeppen. Fierljeppen. Well, anyway, it means far leaping, which sees athletes hoist themselves up and over canals on slender carbon poles in the Netherlands countryside. The moment you are at the top of the pole and you get to jump off of the pole, in that small moment you get to fly, and that's just really nice to experience. 25-year-old athlete Bas van Leuven said as jumpers gathered for a competition in a village near Utrecht this week. Athletes run to a carbon pole positioned with one end in the canal and tilted toward the bank. They run along a jetty to the pole, grab on, and try to shin up the pole as fast as possible before leaping to a sandy area on the other bank. Unlike in Olympic pole vaulting, the aim is distance, not height. Lose momentum or slip too far to one side, and athletes, well, they can end up soaked in the canal. Even a successful landing on the sand means a heavy, even painful impact. The sport is not really that dangerous. I think more people get injured during soccer, says Van Leuven, who's recovered from an ankle ligament injury sustained while leaping over a canal. The most common injury is the ankles or the knees, because when you land, that is the fragile part of the body. Sometimes it snaps. Using a pole to cross the Netherlands' many canals was once a handy way for farmers to get about in remote areas. It took on its modern competitive form in the 1950s and 60s, says Wim Roskam, a historian of fierljeppen. Technology has made bigger and bigger leaps possible, and the record now stands at 22.21 meters, just over 24 yards, Roskam said. The pole. First it was wood, very heavy, can break, he said. Then aluminum, less heavy, but still a bit heavy. And now it's carbon. Crowds aren't big, but the leapers and their fans are dedicated to a sport which has a loyal following in Dutch villages, but is nearly unknown in nearby cities, Roskam said. The community is key. We are kind of a family. We know each other. We trust each other, Roskam said. I can leave my phone here and it's all right. No problem. We help each other, and when there are some sad things, we are there for each other too. And that is our news blast for this hour. Tune in this afternoon for back-to-back episodes of the On Auschwitz podcast, now every Tuesday at 5. From 6:30 until 9, we have a 2.5 hours of chill, ambience, lo-fi, or video game music. It all depends on the day, during our new time slot called Study Hours. And up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.